Okay, so I remember this time when I tried to study for the upcoming tests. Like the teachers have given me like the weekends to study for so that in the weekdays I can have I've already studied. But the thing is that during my studies I actually can't study that properly, and it's actually quite hard for me to study. Like every time I study, my brain would just be thinking about something else. Like they would think about like like my brain would be thinking about video games and many more. And I couldn't focus on my studies basically when I tried to study for a test, the test like math or something, and then I tried to study. I just can't focus. I tried to do everything to focus on this subject. I tried to focus, but I just can't. So right now, I will tell you how I was able to make progress on this, and I'm actually able to like right now. I'm a little bit better now, as because when I study, I can actually focus way better than last time. Basically, basically we have a few things here. The first thing is preparation, and basically when you prepare, you basically prepare everything before like let's say in the future, let's say you have a exam coming up in Monday, and the teachers have given you 2 days before that exam. Basically, on Saturday, I think what you should do is prepare. Basically, get your table in your room, and then put the subjects that you will use, like let's say English and stuff. You'll put all of these subjects, and prepare your water bottle, prepare your coffee, your pencils, your notes, your notebooks, and then what I'd like to do is basically I since I've prepared everything, it looks like there's a lot of ready stuff that tomorrow when I wake up I can literally just study straight away, and that my future self wouldn't have to prepare everything. Like let's say cause in the past, I always study like sometimes I never really got to study. Like I had to study I had to wake up early just to study. Like the exam is on Monday, and I was given 2 days to study, but I had to wake up. I had to wake up really early because I couldn't study in yesterday on Sunday because I was more focused on my video games, and I couldn't study, so I had to wake up really early, which is a really bad thing. And there was no preparation, so I had to do this and this and this, and my brain will have to think about oh, you gotta put this here, and then this is the page and stuff. But for me right now I'm actually way better now. Like I always prepare for my future exams. Basically right now, since we have prepared everything, it's more like preparing the pages, preparing the exams, preparing for the questions in the exam, what this is, an A, B, C, or D. I prepare everything for the exam, and I usually study for an hour or 2 hour. Yeah. The top students in my class, you know how long they study? You think 4 hours? 6 hours? No. They study for 2 hours. They know what they are doing, and they know something you don't. Basically, they know about the preparation, and they know that everything is already prepared before they would even study. Everything is prepared, their coffee is prepared. So yeah, that's how they was able to get like a perfect score or even a really high score in their exams. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead straight to step two. Number two is basically you wake up and you do the hardest task first, which is if you're a student, it is basically studying. But if you're like a different one, like if you're like if you work, then your work is basically the first thing. That's the hardest thing. So like the hardest task for the day, you should always like do that first thing in the morning. Like my routine is basically like I usually like exercise first to like wake up myself, then I would work or I would study. But there are so many times where I just wake up, drink water, and straight up studied. I just straight up studied because my brain was like sharp enough. And also, there's also another thing, which is number three: stay fasted. Don't eat anything. Basically, when you eat, like this may not happen to other people, but if you eat whilst you like, if you eat before you study, like your brain, like my brain just feels like it doesn't want to work anymore. It feels like it just want to rest and go to sleep already. Like that's what my brain feels. So I rather basically just study first and then I'll eat. It's just like procrastination. You basically like a lot of people, like even me, bro. I used to like procrastinate. I used to like have to eat my meals first before I could study. But that was actually the wrong. It was really really wrong. It can ruin your focus. There's also another thing, a honorable mention. Basically meditation. When you meditate, all you have to do is basically just deep breaths. That's all you have to do to meditate. Like when you meditate, bro, you could get like you could get an extra focus. Yeah, like you can always just like try this for like 1 minute. Just do deep breaths for like a minute. And if your brain's already like wandered and talked about stuff, you can always just go back to the deep breaths. Just set like a timer for a minute as your practice, and then you go ahead and meditate for like a minute. So yeah, just just prepare everything and then wake up and do it the first thing and stay fasted and meditate. That's all. But I do really really recommend this is wake up early and do it, because like when you wake up early at 5, like I wake up at like 5 and do my studies, but you don't have to do that. You can always wake up at any time you want. This is just some extra tip that helped me a lot, because when it's like early in the morning, so like there's not even a single noise. Like everybody is asleep. Like that's the only noise I can hear. And when I go outside, like there isn't that much. There's only like a few people like sweeping and stuff. But like when it's really like, but at 4 a.m. it's on a whole nother level, bro. Like everybody is like there's just no noise and it is so perfect for focus. Like a lot of people like have said that focus is a good thing. I mean, a lot of people had said that they want to study in a really really quiet room, and the best thing for that is to wake up really early. But you can always do anything else. You can always wake up at any time you want to study, because it isn't really a good thing to like ruin your sleep schedule. So you must get like 8 hours of sleep every day or even 9 hours, because because it actually helps a lot with your focus. If you have a lot of good sleep and you wake up feeling energized and then you study immediately, you would have more success with your studies. That's all. Take care.